So you've just got to the point on Ingram Spark where you need to choose your percentage discount to the retailer. So what do you offer? Is it 30% the lowest or 55%? In this video, we'll talk through what the different options are. Hi, my name's Romney and I'm the founder of the Life Graduate Publishing Group, and I'm here to be able to help you through the different stages of self-publishing and things to consider when you're designing your books and selling your books. So today's video is about Ingram Spark and the percentage discount that you can offer to retailers to sell your book. So the preferred option is 55% to the retailer. That means that if you're selling your book, you're offering a discount once all the other factors are taken into consideration, like the printing costs and things, of 55%. And in a moment, we'll jump into my dashboard and I'll show you exactly what that looks like. You can actually go all the way down to 30% as well. However, you might be restricting your ability to generate sales by offering retailers just the 30%. So what's the sweet spot? Well, there's a little bit of evidence to suggest that if you can put your book closer to that 55%, then you might be more likely to sell more books. However, I've also seen evidence where I've had books that are around about 45% that have had bulk orders of around about 100 books at a time. So there's not a great deal of evidence that I can find that by putting your book all the way up to 55% as a discount will give you greater sales than if you say put it at around about 45%. But anyway, for the moment, let's jump into my dashboard and I will show you exactly what I mean in regards to choosing the right option, whether it's a low content book, meaning like letter tracing books and things like that, or you're looking at your higher content book, like your 10,000 to 30,000 word books or plus. Remember, Ingram Spark have strict guidelines in regards to the books that you can offer or place onto their platform. So you can't do no content books like line journals or blank page books and things like that. Remember, make sure you stick to their community guidelines because they do have an integrity unit and they will isolate books that don't meet their guidelines and they'll remove them, and you could risk your account if you do it a number of times. Anyway, beside all of that, let's jump into my dashboard now and we'll have a look at this percentage discount and we'll determine what the best percentage is for your book. Right, so what I've done is gone into the dashboard of my Ingram Spark account. Now this is an existing title, but I wanted to be able to demonstrate to you the pricing and the discounts and how much that impacts the overall compensation back to the author. So I'm just going to go to edit. So this will look a little bit different. Whoops, go back to here. This will give you an indication of the percentage discount, but it will look a little bit different than if you were loading your book for the very first time. So let's have a look at what this looks like. So when you're editing a title in Ingram Spark, it will come up in fluoro yellow. So right now, to have a low content book at $8.99, then and at the 50% discount, the compensation to the author would be $2, which is sitting probably perfectly where I want to. Now Ingram offers either the 55%, which is the retail preferred or the preference. That would give me a compensation of $1.56, which is probably a little bit low. You can either modify the price you've got your book here, and just keep in mind that when you do load your book to Ingram Spark, that same book could appear or could well appear on Amazon as well and compete against an existing title which you have directly on Amazon, because Ingram Spark have an arrangement with Amazon where they will put your books onto Amazon as well. So your Amazon book might be listed at $7.99, but if you put your book at $8.99 in Ingram, then one book will be $7.99, your Amazon book, and the other book might appear at $8.99. So you just need to consider what the pricing model is that you have on Ingram Spark. But also remember that the pricing might appear on Amazon, but it's also going to be used to go to many, many different retailers through using Ingram Spark. So I'm actually comfortable when I load my books to put maybe $1 difference just to get it to the $2 mark. So if I was loading this low content book and I had it at $7.99 on Amazon, I would lift this to $8.99 and I would go to 50% if that actually meant that it was going to lift the compensation for me to $2. So the other question many people have is, do you offer a return? So a return is if there is anything that the customer doesn't like about the book. It could be out of your control, such as water damage to the book if it arrives and there's something wrong with it, or it's not really the book that they thought it was and they return it. Now, if that occurs and you allow for yes destroy, it means the customer can actually return the book or send it back, and the author is responsible for any refunds as part of that. And Ingram Spark, when you look at your report, it'll have like a -1, and it might have $4.99, which is like taken off your overall tally or your compensation. So you need to be mindful. I generally put no, because I don't want a book that's been damaged by whether it be water damage, and me being responsible for that. And if I've got high quality books, then I'm 99% sure that my customers won't be returning them because they're not happy with the quality. It would be because of the postage aspect of things. So I generally put no. So these are the options. You can go as low as 30%. So if we did 30% in regards to a compensation or a wholesale discount, then that would make it a significant difference to $3.80. But you're limiting your ability to be able to sell more books because the retailer needs to make money themselves. If you're offering the full 55%, then obviously they're going to get more money. And I usually like to go between the 45% mark and the 50% mark. I don't generally go all the way to 55%. So a 45% would give me a $2.45 royalty. But in this circumstance, I'm comfortable getting my $2, $2 US, which will bring it to exactly 50% discount at $8.99 retail. And then you just do the same for the other countries. So you've got United Kingdom here. So again, probably around about the £1.50 is what you should be probably looking at. So that's probably a good point there at about the 45% mark. And then you've also got European Union, the Australian market, Canadian market. So the dollar value between Australia and Canada is very, very similar. So I would probably put that book at the same price as the Australian market. Again, 50%. And then the Global Connect. This is an opportunity to be able to sell into different marketplaces, like Germany, for example. So I would generally put the Global Connect price as the same as the United States. So I would lift that to $8.99 and the same percentage, which would then lift that up to the $2 mark. So hopefully that helps you in regards to the percentages. Remember, it depends on the book. If it's a low content book, if this was a high content book of say 30,000 words, then this price might be all the way up to $16.99. Therefore, I'd be aiming for around about the $5 or $6 mark. There we go, $6 compensation at 50% at $16.99, which is very reasonable. And these are paperback books as well. So the pricing will differ if it's a hardback, because the printing cost of a hardback is significantly higher. So keep looking about the $6 mark for the higher content books and around about the $2 mark of compensation for the low content books. So I hope that helps you, and there is an opportunity for you to be able to sell a huge number of books through Ingram Spark, but getting that percentage right is important. So there you go. They're the different percentage discounts you can offer to retailers, and it does depend on the kind of book that you're offering. Is it a lower content book or a high content book? As mentioned before, a discount that achieves around about the $2 minimum US dollars is probably the right percentage discount for your low content books. The higher content books, I'll probably be aiming for a percentage discount that gets you to around about the $5 US dollar mark as well. Remember, when you're pricing your books, that the price you put on there will be available across many different platforms, including Amazon. And I've seen most of my books that I load onto Ingram Spark also appear on Amazon. So if my book was priced at $8.99 on Amazon for a lower content book, but I priced it at $10.99 on Ingram Spark, that book, the $10.99 book will also appear on Amazon too, competing against my book I put on Amazon. So you need to think about whether you want both books to be priced the same if they do appear on Amazon and other platforms as well. And also, are you trying to use Ingram Spark as an additional income stream and the pricing doesn't worry you too much? Or are you using Ingram Spark to be able to get your books into more hands, more retailers, and potentially get bulk orders? So for me, I had a bulk order of about 100 books last month for one of my books, and that percentage discount was at 45%. Traditionally, or previously, it was at about 50%. So I'm still getting bulk orders at 45% on the retailer discount, but it is a good seller on Amazon and it is a great cover and attractive. So that bulk order is something where I could probably manipulate that percentage discount a little bit and still get the same number of sales. Remember, your book's competing against millions and millions of other books, and your book needs to be attractive enough for retailers to want to be able to put it onto their platform or sell it and get a good return on their investment as well. If you're offering the 30% discount, it mightn't work as well for you. So I'd consider putting your discount between 45% and even starting it when you launch your book at 55%. And then if it is selling okay, bring it down a notch by about 5%. See if there's many differences in sales. And in saying that, it's also interesting with Ingram Spark with those sales. And I've seen, even if I haven't changed the percentage discount for the retailer, a book might sell 30 copies in one month, and the next month it might only sell 5. The next month, for that same percentage discount, it sells 50. So it does fluctuate a lot on Ingram Spark. So make sure that you put your books up there, try and get the right percentage that's going to give you the good return of investment, and also price them so they're competitive against other books or the same book that might be appearing on Amazon too. So I hope you found this video useful. I'll be producing more videos for first-time authors and self-publishers who are looking to scale. So give it a thumbs up if you've liked it, and also to subscribe to be able to get a notification of new videos that I'm producing to help self-publishers really scale. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.